So I don't like to jump right into like the project. I think last year has taught me when I ask somebody how they doing, it's not like how you doing and move on. So I just want to sincerely ask before we do actually get into the project, Scarlett and Florence, how are you guys doing? Scarlett, start with you.
Oh, thank
Oh,
you.
very nice. I'm doing well. I think I'm in New York right now and things are opening back up here, which is very exciting and feel very fortunate for that because it's not the case everywhere. And it's a little bit of a reemergence for all of us. So, there's some growing pains a little bit, but it's definitely nice to see people's faces.
Yeah,
And yeah, it's just really been wonderful to reconnect with loved ones.
no
It
doubt.
really is so meaningful.
No doubt. Florence?
Yeah, I'd say the same. I came back to England about a month and a half ago because I hadn't seen my family or my friends for the majority of the pandemic, and that felt like a really wonderful, needed moment. Just as everything was kind of releasing and you could go out to the pubs, it was really lovely to kind of touch back down home and hug my family, which had been a really long time, which is a big deal for us. We're a very close family, so it was needed. It was energizing.
No doubt about it. Nothing like plugging back into the family. So let's talk about this
Right.
project. Marvel is known for tremendous action scenes, and this one has that. So a couple of questions. One, I know you guys rehearsed together. Did you guys have a chance to train together or share training secrets? And how fun was it doing those kick-ass action scenes? Scarlett, I'll start with you.
Um, Florence and I, it's actually usually when you're learning stunt choreography, you don't normally get plugged in with the other actor until the day of, just
Wow.
because I think it's the safest way to learn stuff. You can, make every whatever bad mistake and miss the beat and whatever. And it's just, I think the stunt team feels more confident that it's that two people are not going to injure themselves. We're obviously not professional athletes, so it's nice to know that you can kind of just go for it and the other person's got your back. And then yeah, on set you just are kind of like, okay, here's the other actor and now you guys are going to rehearse it and you hope that the other person is somewhat choreographed. I got very lucky. Florence is a very athletic person. She has a dance background, so I was like, I would take fighting Florence any day over, some other people that I had to fight. A little less graceful, put it that way.
Well, listen, I played in the NFL for 11 years. So as a former professional athlete, I tip my hat to
Wow.
you guys. You guys kick ass on screen. So well done. Florence, you were trending online as people were noticing how great the chemistry was and how you guys on set just looked really good. So how does it feel to kind of get those kind of raves and accolades? And what do you contribute to that?
You know what? It's so lovely when other people notice what you noticed on set, and especially when it's the audience that you're trying to please. It's really cool to me that the one thing that I felt so sure about, I think we all felt so sure about, was that Scarlett and I really did have a good connection. And that's not something that we had to work on. We weren't in rehearsal periods together for that long. We just kind of started filming and knew what we both needed to do and hope for the best. And we actually had a really good connection from the beginning. And we spend a lot of time, as much as there is lots of action scenes and explosions going on, you spend a lot of downtime strapped in the middle of the air
Yeah,
waiting for someone to say action and for someone to get the explosives ready, and that takes a while. So you're really in a good place if you actually like spending time with that person, because then it just becomes a constant hangout.
yeah,
And what that then gives to the relationship in other ways, it only makes that on-screen connection and relationship that little bit more powerful, because when you're looking at that person and they're genuinely laughing or about to smirk at the thing that you're about to say, you're good.
for sure.
So yeah, it's nice that people are picking up on something that we found really wonderful and easy to
For
do.
sure. Scarlett, outside of your art itself, one of the things that make me a big fan of yours is that you're very transparent and you're vocal about things that you're passionate about. And you had mentioned that Black Widow was hypersexualized. how has it been to see this character evolve now?
It's been a really rewarding process, and I have to say that, 10 years, it's in some ways not a long time. In other ways, it is. And, it's been a very progressive 10 years. I don't think we could have made this movie a decade ago. We're talking about issues like the subjugation of women in this film. And that was not a subject that, would have been broached by most studios a decade ago. It was another time. We really it would have been a missed opportunity if this film didn't reflect, what's going on in the zeitgeist. And, that is female empowerment and women lifting other women up. And finding a place for self-forgiveness through that process of understanding, what you have been, a part of, unwillingly. These are all of these women have experienced huge amounts of trauma and, are coming out the other side because of one another. And it's a really powerful message. And I'm so grateful that we were able to make this movie at this time. It just feels right, yeah, and I think it's really, it's coming out at a time where people are really reevaluating, what's most important to them. And, this film is also about family and the family you choose. I think there's just a lot of powerful messages in it.
No doubt. And as a man raising an 11-year-old daughter, thank you for representing that on film, both strong physically and mentally. That's all my time. Thank you guys so much. And happiness and wealth and health in 2021.
Thank you for watching. If you want more extra, hit the subscribe button and the bell so you'll never miss a video.